Blingz started from, I was watching TV one day and it was Davido live in concert. And that particular edition, it tagged it the city of David. This is audacity. This is, someone being very bold. How can you as an artist declare the whole of Lagos State center of excellence, the city of David? Davido's concert, I think regular was 20,000, VIP 500,000, So I'm like, okay, how do I start to charge for a gospel concert?
I cover magazine.
All right, Babatunmise is a man of many parts, like I love to say. Babatunmise is a businessman, singer, songwriter, an OAP. A man of many parts, basically. So, I like now. It makes sense. Hey, that one why I laugh. No put down. Yeah, no. Okay, what inspired me to make music? If someone had told me I was going to do music, I'd have said it's a lie. A lot of people don't know that. I just knew that I had this energy and I didn't know where to channel the energy right from when I was very young, right? I remember that when I started to sing, go to church, and then I have a sister who is a fantastic vocalist. She can sing very well, and then she would sing, and then I'll try to sing along and she'll tell me I'm spoiling the song, But today she doesn't even do anything close to music, but then it's fine. Yeah, so what inspired me, I remember that I used to watch her sing and it was beautiful. And I noticed that, music is actually a tool to, express a lot of things. And somehow that kind of, inspires me every time. And it's beautiful to sing. All right, creation process for music. Okay, for me, I believe in the power of collaboration, especially when it comes to music, because like I said, I do a lot of things beyond music, so I like to ask questions. I remember that when I was going to record the very first song I did with Mike Abdul, I was on my way to the studio, and then I needed a second verse for that particular track, and I called my younger brother, and he wrote the second verse for me, and then that song was one of the major songs that I ever recorded, and so for me, it's collaboration basically. All right, in all honesty, I was not, one of those that, had that opportunity to say, aeronautic, petroleum, and all of those things. We're just living the life. We just wanted to survive, really. That was what was important. And then, today the rest is history, because I was struggling to even answer this question. But we thank God for what we're doing now. I like that. Blingz, gets me excited so much because Blingz started from, I was watching TV one day. I used to do atmosphere of worship with Babatunmise. A lot of people didn't know that. I used to do atmosphere of worship with Babatunmise, and then I was watching TV one day, and it was Davido live in concert. And that particular edition, it tagged it the city of David. And then, I was watching TV in my room way back when I was still a bachelor, right? And then, I saw it, and I saw Davido live in concert. And then it tagged that particular edition of his concert, the city of David. And then something just, struck the chord in my heart, this is audacity, this is courage, this is, someone being very bold. How can you as an artist declare the whole of Lagos State center of excellence, the city of David? That's a lot of courage, and I liked it. And then to think, he's a secular guy, and then that kind of just told me that's a lot of courage. And I'm like, okay, if somebody who, is a secular guy can do this, tag the whole of, Lagos, the city of David, then how much more me that I'm doing gospel and I'm trying to bring people to the kingdom. And I said to myself, something has to change. Not that atmosphere of worship is not good, it's good, but I decided to do it differently. And I had to create something for the young people, because I knew at the time, young people were kind of bored. We're only used to the normal way of doing, Christianity, go to church, go to Bible study. And I'm like, okay, after all of those things, what next? As a matter of fact, the concerts back then used to look like another church service, because we've gone to church in the morning and we're coming back again in the afternoon for another church service. So I'm like, something has to change. And it needed courage. It needed a lot of audacity to be able to do that. And, the crazy part was that Davido's concerts, I think regular was 20,000, VIP 500,000. Now. So I'm like, okay, how do I start to charge for a gospel concert? Of course, people said a lot. It cannot work. It cannot fly. In Ibadan, Tumise, you reject BC. BC is waiting for you, all of those things. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just try. The worst that can happen is that people will not come. And then we'll probably stop or something. But we did the first one and then we had an overflow. I saw that people were willing to pay to see a gospel event. That for me is a major testimony because normally nobody will pay to say, okay, Kenny, to be back or jumping, But then, I was intentional about retelling the narrative, especially here in the city of Ibadan, about gospel events and all of that. And I noticed, you remember I said collaboration. So I started to talk to people. How can I do this differently? I think I was the first to introduce fireworks at the gospel events. I saw that some people hated that fact. How can you be bringing fire to a gospel concert? I'm like, can you go and read your Bible? But then the rest is history today. And the just concluded Bleak. Go and check it out now. You already know. All right, my favorite moment at the just concluded Bleak for me would be when, for the first time, we hosted the living legend, Dr. Evangelist Mama Bolare. The moment where she gave me that mantle and then she she showered me with so much oil. For me, it was very significant. And if you check the lineup of artists for Bleak 2024, you will see that Mama Bolare was never in the picture from the onset. But while we were planning, permit me to say, the Holy Spirit told me to find somebody who sits in that office as a living legend, because sometimes, grace is contagious, right? So I needed to, just find somebody who sits in that office. And then I spoke to Mama Bolare about it, and then she obliged us. She came. Only just wanted her to come pray for the younger people. And then she came and she did not only pray, she sang. She sang, blessed us, and it was a beautiful moment. I think for me, that will be my favorite time at Bleak 2024. Okay. I do a lot of things. Like I said, I'm a businessman. I'm an OAP. I work with Fresh FM Nigeria and Blast 98.3 FM Ibadan as well. I'm into events. I'm an event consultant, and by the grace of God, I consult for events. Amen. That's all. Okay, I think it will be Mercy Chinwo. And then reason will be I love her ministry. I love what she represents. I love how she's been able to, cut across different, ethnic groups and all of that. And especially for the language thingy, I think I would love to collaborate with her, and I think it's going to happen soon. Okay, like I said, when I started to, sing and all of that, I knew that there was energy, radiating and all of that, and I didn't understand how or where to channel that energy. I'm sanguine. I like to get into a place, and then I'm the type to disturb everybody upon stepping into a place and all of that stuff. So, truth be told, it's not like that every time. Honestly speaking, it's not like that every time. And then for me, when I noticed that, okay, the energy is, blinking, I like to just, retreat. I retreat, and one of the things I do is play snooker. Once I see that I'm getting tired, I just go and play snooker, and, I rest and I get my energy back, really. Okay, that one talent that I have that no one knows about is I think it will be the gift of comedy. I love comedy so much. If I wasn't doing music, I think I would be a comedian, for real. So I think I can, if I work on my comedy skills, I think I'll make a good comedian, because I've seen people, I'll make a good comedian. Scratch that, DOP. What are my hobbies? What are my hobbies? You see, let's clap for our presidents. Hobbies have changed over time. Hobbies have changed. Before now, I'd have said a lot of things, but right now, I think it would be for me. I love to singing. Yeah, I love to sing. I used to love to dance, but I realized that dancing was the one dancing me. I was not the one doing the dance, so I had to drop that hobby. It was an hobby when I started it, but somehow, if everybody you do like this, me I'll do like this. So I realized that this dance thing is not for me, so I left it. Really, I think basically that's it. Thank you for asking me that one. Okay, that's actually my new baby. It's something that I've dreamt of all my life. I remember that I've always talked about it, even before it looked like it, even before all of this Babatunmise thing started. I've always thought about these things that is now a reality. So the BBT event company, for me, we're trying to bring solution to the events business. Somebody's asking me what kind of solution. So I've worked with a lot of vendors, especially when it comes to sound, light, screen, stage, and all of that. I've worked with a lot of them, and I've realized that maybe because they've been there for a while, they don't like to tweak, they don't like to twist, they just like to work the way they work. So I mean, perfect example is I'm trying to set up for my event that is starting for 2 p.m. on a Sunday, and I'm saying, can you come around to the hall on Saturday or Friday? And you're like, to come and do what? Our setup is just for 2 hours. I'm like, no, it's not about your setup, it's about my event. So I'm like, okay, instead of fighting and shouting and all of that, create a solution. I mean, 2 days is not even enough to set up for a 5 hours event, and that's the truth if you're trying to bring in proper excellence. So back to the BBT event company. Really, we're a company who we're into sound. You want the best of sound for your events, trust me, we're your plug. We have the best of equipment, I promise you. Lights, screen, and everything. That's what we do, and we're here to stay. All right. I like this question so much. I like it because I remember that starting out, I didn't have that role model. I needed to find one, and especially in the city where I stay, it was not a popular thing to do. Everybody was just you would just fight for your own space and all of that. But I knew that finding a role model and walking through their path would make a lot of difference. So I needed to find one, and it will shock you to realize that the first person who gave me attention was Minister Mike Abdul. Big shout out to Minister Mike Abdul. God bless you, sir. Because I mean, when every other person gave excuses, he was the only one who listened and stood by me, and I will never ever forget. If you're a part of my social media community, you will know that I don't joke with that man. You know that I celebrate him every time. So Minister Mike Abdul, and later on, I met with, the Enigma, Dr. Olayinka Joel Ayefele, and those two people, they've been very, very instrumental to my growth and, journey in this industry. They've been very instrumental. If I start to talk, we'll finish. So those two people, God bless the two of them for me. I like that that's from fans, you didn't. All right. Sometimes it can be very tiring, honestly speaking, because people just expect that, once they say hello to you, you must say I. Like, even they don't care if you're fine. I mean, I remember one day I attended an event, and then a lady messaged me later that night and said, I greeted you today. You did not answer me. And I'm like, a lot of people greeted me and I answered. How come now how can you even greet me and I don't answer? But for me, I feel like, the people, the fans, I don't even like to say fans, the people who loves what I do should take it easy on us. Take it easy on us. We're human beings, nothing special. It's just, honestly speaking, we're human beings like you. The same way you can make mistakes, I can make mistakes. The same way somebody can greet you and somehow you forget to answer. it can happen to me too. But for me, because it's Babatunmise, you take it up and say, but that guy is too proud. Come on now. If you greet me and I know, how will I answer you? No, answer me. How will I answer you? When you have greeted me and I did not hear you, so I feel like for me, I just try. I do the best that I can do. I can't go and kill myself at the end of the day. You understand? Because, sometimes people think that you don't go through anything because you're Babatunmise. People think that you're always happy. People think that there's nothing that is. Someone told me one day, say, "What you do, Nero no go come." And honestly speaking, no, Nero no actually. Because no, it's true, because if you have to think about everything every time, you'll be a depressed person. Actually, so for me, I just like to, live the life and allow God. So for me, they should please calm down and help us. When you send me a message and I don't reply immediately, it's not pride. It's not the same way your mom sent you a message and you don't reply immediately. Was it pride? No. You understand what I'm saying? So please take it easy on us, and I just try my best to deal. Because there's never a time I'm upstage doing what I know how to do best, and I don't do it well. There's this joy that comes from doing that particular thing. I used to say to people that I'm not the best of artist. I'm not a fantastic singer like that, and I'm not even ashamed to say that. And honestly speaking, the most fantastic singers are not the most graced. This thing I'm saying for the first time, because but really, I think it comes from the fact that I've been able to do this consistently for years, and then I'm still doing it very well. So that's why titles come. I mean, there's Bishop of Praise. They call me Bishop of Praise too. So it's because I've been able to do this so well, and I think I'm a master at it. So that's why. Okay, I think it would be trying to do too many things at the same time. People say that it's good. I think it's good too, but sometimes you're just trying to do everything. Some of us are like that. You're just trying to do everything. You have not finished one. That's me. I'm thinking of an idea already, and another one drops, and I'm trying to do it again and again and again and again and again. So I think that one, if I have my way, but I think I like it, so I don't want to drop it. Scratch that. All right, I think my most memorable project will be the start of the BBT event company. Like I said before now, the BBT event company is something I've always talked about. It's something that I've always dreamt about. It's something that has always been there from way back. And then to see it come to reality has to be something that will forever live with me, because to start up an event company that deals with those gadgets don't come cheap. They're very expensive. And then, so for God to, give me the grace to be able to start it out, I think I won't forget. I remember the day we took delivery of the equipment. I was just there, dumbfounded, opening up. Like I always say, if you're a part of my social media community, you'd have seen these videos. The day I opened up, the speakers came in from China, right? The day I opened the flight case and I saw the line array, oh my God, you cannot understand. But so for me, I think it's the startup of the BBT Events Company. Just do your thing. You would always, have one or two reasons to argue, fight, and do all of those things, but do your thing. Remember your why. Remember your why, really. Remember your why. Why did you start? Why did you choose the person you chose? Stay there, be yourself. There's no blueprint. What do I mean by that? We've seen the people that we modeled as whatever. We've seen them fail. So they are human beings at the end of the day. It's not as if they are failures. No, they are not. But nobody is a model. Nobody is a blueprint. No family is a blueprint. No whatever is a blueprint. Seek counsel, of course, but do your thing, make your mistakes, live and, be fine. And then, most importantly, make sure you have joy. Really. Yes, so if I'm working on it, I should not tell you now. So yes, there is a special project that I'm working on, and I don't want to tell you now, but you probably hear it first on this platform, okay? Because see, whoever it is, I don't want to mention his name, whoever it is that is behind this whole idea is someone I talk to every time, someone that when you get stuck, someone that you can run to and say, Baba, what do you think? What do you think? And then we make it happen. So sometimes when we have special projects, there are still some people that we go to meet. My favorite song right now would be Can I get water? Coffee? Very simple song, really. My beloved is the most beautiful among thousands and thousands. And it's very simple. Yeshua. The reason I love the song is because it's just talking about the love of God and how beautiful God can be, really, because sometimes you're lost for words, you don't even know the right words to pray with, and then you just want to sing some love songs to God. So I think that's the reason why it's my favorite song right now. People have asked me this question time and time again, and a lot of times when I answer, it's not always what you want to hear. So I'm going to answer again, and I promise you it's not always what you want to hear. And then a lot of times I also want you to know that people will not always tell you what you want to hear, especially the people who love you. If they tell you what you want to hear every time, they don't love you. So permit me to tell you what you don't want to hear, but it will help you. See, Blingz will always say something. The magic that you're looking for is on the other side of here. He's in the work, that work that you're avoiding. I mean, there's no better way to tell you. There's no shortcuts. You are going to work. As in, you're going to work and it will look as if the world is coming to an end. You're going to work. As in, uncle, you will work. You understand? So you're going to do a lot of work. And then you should be proud of it when you're doing the work, because the day that you're able to strike gold, you'll be proud of yourself. Do you understand? That, work that you're avoiding, that breakthrough that you're looking for is in that work that you're avoiding. So you need to put in a lot of work. Nobody's coming to do that work for you. So the more you postpone the work, you will meet it there. You will meet it there. Do you understand? So either you're young or you're old, but you're in the creative space, you're trying to do something in the creative sector, there are going to be times where you feel terrible. There are going to be times where you feel down. There are going to be times where you feel like the world is coming to an end. The Bible says, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. So if you ever come to that time where it looks as if the world is coming to an end, encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. A lot of times, the encouragement you do for yourself is the best. Encourage yourself, and then always remember your little wins. I don't even like to call it little, because every win is big. Some people, they don't even have little, small, or anything called win. So if you have ever at any point in your life achieved anything, either you call it little or small or big, celebrate it. And when you come to that point where you feel like, what's going on? I've not been able to achieve anything recently. Remember what you have achieved before. In fact, sometimes buy yourself milkshake and celebrate it. So keep working. One day you're going to strike gold. Ogo alare aiku aisha aidibaje. Ogo alare ayeraye oba. Hello everybody, my name is Babatunmise, and guess what? I cover Blingz Magazine.
I cover magazine. I see ya for my gym.